To all my white countrymen and women that are out there, and the rest of y'all too that want to be in alignment. I know y'all sitting there thinking, God dog it. Now I voted for the economy and I voted for better schools and I voted for stuff like that. Good stuff. Bring down the cost of living. Stuff like that. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe you should do something a little different than what you've been doing. And maybe this time you should go on and follow the black woman. Because it seems like we are the blueprint to humanity. And when that happens, not only are we doing well, but you're doing excellent.
Hey y'all, I had this idea, and I think it would be great if we make next week Follow a Black Woman Week on social media. I think that's a great idea. I'm specifically speaking to Mr. and Mrs. Non-Black America. Um, uh, Reason being is because Black women consistently vote for your best interest, Mr. and Mrs. Non-Black America. I mean, Black women disproportionately, the issues that are important for them are things like health care, maternal health care, expanding and securing the ACA, and holding officials accountable when they don't. Black women do this, and that benefits you, Mr. and Mrs. Non-Black America. Black women are also really focused on education, like funding public education, right? And making sure that education standards are at an acceptable level. And that benefits you, Mr. and Mrs. Non-Black America. And I mean, all of these things that are really the backbone of the stuff that keeps families thriving in America when, let's face it, Mr. and Mrs. White America, y'all tend to vote against your best interests for whatever fucking ungodly reason. So I'm saying, how about you get to know a black woman? Like, just randomly follow every day, next week, every day, follow a black woman. You know, let's mingle in that algorithm, okay? Let's elevate our expand our horizons so that maybe around midterms, you know, you may have a whole nother perspective about what's good for you, because black women are already on that. Okay, next week, by the power invested in me by Beyonce's internet, Eric Benet hereby decrees next week, every day, is follow a random black woman, Mr. and Mrs. Non-Black America. I think it'll be good for the country. Black women is the backbone. Come on.
Well, what y'all think about that? Uh-huh. Well, my name is Larissa, y'all. I am indeed the People's Reporter. And I might be new here, but I got a whole lot to say. Go on and click that subscribe button, okay? Uh-huh. And the notification bell so you don't miss nothing. Yeah. Now look here, Eric. You got me feeling some kind of way over here, my brother. Ooh, got a sense of feeling all moist and whatnot. Yeah, I love when brothers talk like that. Yes, I do. Protect the black women. Support the black women. I just got one little question though. Well, why they got to start next week? Okay, y'all can go ahead and start right now. You can. Because see, the one thing that you think is saving you, Mr. Uh non-black America, is this ideology that's not real. Because the very ideology that you might be happen to want to be in alignment with or be a part of, or yes, that kind of thing. Yeah, those are the very people and the very ideology that's got you in the conundrum and got us in the conundrum that we are all in. You see, we had told you, and by the looks of it, with my face today, look like we still telling you, you know, beware. Even those that claim that they are Democrats, you have to do the work, baby. You have to work. You have to do your research about these people. I mean, look at John Fetterman. Isn't that his name? He claimed he's Democrat, but every time we turn around, he's flipping. So let that be a message to folks as we roll into November 2026. Everything that's happening right now is everything that we warned you against. All of the safety net programs, but you looked at it, many of you, my white countrymen and women, looked at it as welfare. And that Southern strategy tearing y'all up. You know, the one that they do when they come to you and they dog whistle the heck out of racism and tell you that it's everybody else's fault on why you don't have. No, because the very things that we fight for are the very things that you should be fighting for because it affects you too. See, we advocate, we Black women, we are the blueprint for advocating for quality of life because we've been fighting for it for our entire times, our entire lives, our entire existence in this land. You do remember the so-called Women Voting Rights Act, right? Yeah, we helped you. We helped you a great deal. And you turned around and you left us in the dust. And it took us another 45 years in order to be able to vote. We've only been able to vote for just 60 years. And guess what? You're letting that fly down the toilet too. Oh, I need some tea, baby, because I'm dropping it like it's hot. So since what's been done has not been successful for you or your family, in fact, it is tearing this whole nation apart. I don't think folks really understand that we are not just fighting. This is not just a fight for civil rights, although that's flying down the toilet too, like the tiny bowl man. Just you're letting everything slip, baby. You're letting everything slip. And the one thing that you thought that, you know, like Lee Atwater said, we're going to make them believe. We're going to make them believe that as long as Black people suffer more, that, that teach those lazy people to get on up. And you took that. You took that and you ran with it. It's not serving you any purpose. It's not. So let's get back to this. So the deal is, what you gonna do? You think we just out here for our health and just putting stuff out there trying to listen to the message and not the messenger if that's how you getting down? But it's really not serving you. The way that you've been going is not serving you, your family, or your existence, or your future, or your parents, or nothing. It ain't serving nobody. Because guess what? When they shut the hospitals down, yours are going to be first. They count on those that maybe didn't go to college or, you know, no high school diploma and stuff like that, because you're really not going to, you're going to believe absolutely everything that they say. They know that about you. They've studied you. And let the record show that when folks voted in 2024 November, it was clear that the majority of our white countrymen and women who did not have um, a secondary education like college or anything like that, or no high school diploma, were the biggest people or the largest population that actually voted for exactly everything that we're going through now. You claimed that it was economics. Well, crack me up. You talked about the price of eggs. How about the price of gas? How about the price of electricity now? How about the price of housing? How about the price of healthcare? That's been removed too. And all of you that want to be in alignment with this so-called fake ideology of whiteness, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer simply because you don't love yourself as you are. And you evidently you look at yourself as less than. So you need to be listening to Black women as well. See, we want the best for everybody. That's what you don't seem to understand. Or maybe you do understand it, and that's just not something that you feel that you should have. But I'm going to tell you something, baby. So-called Christians. What's love got to do with it? Everything. Learn it. If you don't know what it is, go over there to Corinthians 13th chapter, baby. Just begin with verse 1. Okay? Now listen. You don't need to wait. Listen, my white countrymen and women, you don't need to wait till next week to start following a black woman and listen to what she got to say and getting to know her that way. If you scared to, I don't know what you're scared of. We've shown nothing but love to you. But I digress. So get to know them that way if you can't manage to be in the physical proximity. To me, it's just so idiotic. You don't know everything that you miss out on, huh? Yeah, that's too bad. Well, you know what? All you got to do is look at us, and we got a whole lot of joy. And no matter what happened, baby, we gonna keep lying there and staying moisturized. Okay, that's what we gonna keep doing. We gonna keep praising the Most High, and maybe, if you got to know black women, you would see that. Hmm. Hmm. Imagine that. Anyway, power to the people. Y'all go ahead and leave a comment, like and share. Okay, because like I said, I might be new here, baby, but I got a whole lot to say. Oh,